This is the Carty Method Podcast.
Hey, welcome to another method. What is this called? The Carty Method? Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Welcome to another episode of Portfolio Lab. It is me, I'm Carty. Oh my goodness, we had a bit of a rough start. I had some connectivity issues and I thought that I had sorted all of that, but still had a little bit of connectivity issues, but we are back. But I am going to give you a little bit of a bonus. I've been looking for the gifted membership sort of thing. Like, we as the creators get 10 memberships per month that we're able to gift to our viewers. And for some reason, my gifted membership thing is missing from this interface. And once I got my connectivity up, like at 12:05, I've spent the last 5 minutes looking about I want to give my viewers back something for being late today. So I wanted to gift some memberships, and it's not in my interface here in OBS or in my pop-out chat, which is super weird. But then now I opened up a separate window and it's there. So that's a bonus because I can now gift some memberships. So I am going to wait for some people to be watching. So I'm going to wait a bit for some people to be watching, and then I will be back to the gifting of the memberships, which makes me very happy because, again, for some reason, I couldn't do that for a while. And if I'd known that I had to do this weird jiggy jig that I'm doing, I would have done it earlier. All right, let's get into it. So first of all, Portfolio Lab, it's kind of dope because this is how you get paid what you're worth. And if you're not getting paid what you're worth, it's probably not because there's no work. I promise you, there's so much photography and creative work out there just flying around every day. If you're not getting any of it, it's not because there's none. It's because your portfolio isn't attracting the right type of clients. So if you join Portfolio Lab, which is what we are doing right now, I'll show you exactly how to create images that clients pay premium rates for. So let's get into Portfolio Lab. Today is Thursday. Nope, today's Tuesday. That's a lie. I don't even know what day it is. Today's Tuesday. And on Tuesdays, I look at images that you are considering, that you're thinking about for your portfolio. So today we have 14 submissions. And if you're watching and part of Portfolio Lab, you got to be submitting, especially on these Tuesday shows where I'm open to look at pictures that you've shot within the last few months. All right. And also, just to remind you about this Thursday's assignment for week 22 is reflections. I want you to create a horizontal image that uses reflections as a central storytelling element. If you shoot people, capture a subject, reflection in glass, in water, in a mirror, shoot through something. If you shoot places, highlight architectural or landscape reflections that add depth to an image. And if you shoot things, use reflective surfaces, mirrors to showcase products in a creative way. And of course, I want a horizontal double page spread for this one. Don't say of course, but this particular assignment is horizontal. And this is why this matters. Mastering reflections elevates your visual storytelling. Okay, which allows you to add complexity, mood, and creativity to your portfolio. So let's talk about today's photographers, starting with Kyle Kiono. Kyle said, I got this idea before knowing who Martin Scholler is, but now I'm even more inspired to intelligently imitate his work after watching your Sunday's podcast. Starting a new series for my portfolio, No More Masks, The Real You. Sony A7 IV, 50mm, ISO 200, f4, 250 per second, shot natural light. This is Kyle Kiono. Kyle, let's get it on. Kyle, this is really good, bro. My photo's going to be really super huge here because of Sunday's presentation. Make that nice and small. Kyle, this is really good. Like, I'm happy because, like, you're progressing and you're learning. This is just a touch overexposed, but really by like a really small amount. I'm going to call this over by maybe 10 to 20%, which is it's fine. It's fine. Really good sharpness in the eyes. You're using dappling of sun, but it's not extreme. It actually looks okay. Dappling of sun are these highlight spots that you're putting on his face. In future, shoot in just straight open shade, not like dappled trees, so you can get the proper exposure, because you're getting overexposure in some spots and normal exposure in others. So in order to get like a proper exposure, shooting in dappling on the face is like, don't make that the default, okay? Just because I'm saying that this is a great photo. Imagine had you just taken this to straight shade. If you just take this to straight shade, then it looks like this, right? Like this is just straight shade without dappling. And you can see the dappling now that I'm showing it to you. It becomes even more predominant. But as I show you this image of mine, you can see just straight open shade. It makes that exposure vibe a lot easier. And I also want you to see that it does create overexposure in certain areas that are kind of unnecessary. You know what I mean? I'm going to call it like an unnecessary overexposure. And it's only overexposed because it's only overexposed because of the dappling. So for me, Kyle, this is an 11 for you, just because like it's a level up and you're really starting to lock in the like shooting in a certain way. Watch his head angle. His chin is up just a little bit much. Want to show you this as a cover, which looks very strong. Watch your centering. You can see that he's biased too much this way, more so than the distance there. You can see he's pushed that way more than the distance there. So actually center him within the frame. And then looking at this as an 8x10, I want you to look at this closeness in this crop and how it's going to work for an 8x10, because you are going to lose a little bit of the top of the head when you go to Instagram. Okay, these are things for you to think about. My suggestion, really center up and back up just a touch. Make sure he's squared away in the center of that frame. All right, that is Kyle Kiono. Kyle, first submission. Good job, Kyle. All right, next is Jordan White. Jordan, hey, Carty and crew. I took photo inspiration from Michelangelo in the creation of Adam with my own spin. A7 III, 100 millimeter Mac, 100 millimeter 100 millimeter 2.8 macro, ISO 100, f11, 1/3 of a second. Softbox with a single Godox light. This is Jordan White. Jordan, there's a vibe here, bro. Like you're pushing and really trying to exercise your rights. I appreciate it. There's a little bit of sloppiness that I'm seeing. Looking at this as a double page spread, I want you to see it like this. Now you're seeing that the toe, you could easily have, number one, backed up. Number two, moved this shoe over so it's not sitting on the gutter. You can see how this shoe is placed is better. But then also the box, the logo, the name, the straightness of the box against the bottom of the frame. All of these things are things that like you have to be super aware of. Seeing the underside of this second shoe, I would have used this as an opportunity to show the inside, to show that circle Chuck Taylor logo on the inside. That's what we use that second side for. Showing the bottom, the underside of the shoe. You'll notice you don't see a lot of undersides of shoes in advertising. So for me, the concept, I really appreciate the swing and I really appreciate the idea, but we're in just a little bit of a sloppy execution to where the lace is covering the V. You just put the lace like kind of that way so it looks like the shoe's moving just a little bit. The way that the laces are folding, again, to me, it's not elegant. It feels like it just feels a little sloppy. So for me, and again, really this line here, Jordan, is so important to have line up with something. It can't be just arbitrary. That has to line up with something. So for me, it throws the balance of the shot off completely. Something that I want you to watch for the next time you submit, okay? That is Jordan White. Thanks, Jordan, for submitting. It's Jordan White with some Converse. All right, this is Malik Brand. Re-edited the image I submitted on Thursday, converted it to black and white, made minimal adjustments. Sony A7 III 85mm 1.4, ISO 320 1.4. 1/25th of a second. We already talked about. This is a resubmit. We've already talked about you shooting this wide open. This is Malik Brand. Malik. So Stronger in black and white. Yes. Stronger in black and white. Stronger in black and white. Like I'm feeling this picture a little bit more in black and white. I still want the blacks to be like a little bit more punchy. Still want it to, but the reason that that's hard for you to achieve is because the picture is underexposed. And again, we talked about that the first time I reviewed it. Because of underexposure, you're always going to have a hard time getting the blacks to be as rich as they could be because of underexposure. So again, this is the best that you can make this shot. You've cropped it a little bit for me, which also works. You didn't mention the crop in your notes, but I do notice that you cropped all the distractions out of this photo like I suggested, which means it starts to now really hold up for me as its own. And now you've taken this shot from where it was to an 11. So yeah, this is great. Again, let go of this picture now and move on to something else. All right, Malik, start shooting. Again, I'm not saying start shooting. I'm just saying continue now with something new. This is Malik Brand. All right. Malik, thanks for submitting. All right, this is Natalie Bennett. Natalie says another picture from the photo session from last week. Sony A7 IV 135 1.8. ISO 250, aperture 3.5, shot at 1,000th of a second. This is Natalie Bennett. Natalie, this is a yes for me. Let me show you this as a double page. This is a yes. This is an absolute yes. This is a yes, 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 yes. Yes, Natalie. Yes. Yes. I'm going to say it again. Yes. Exposure, check. Focus, check. Expression, check. Clothing, check. I mean, where you're positioning him, again, try not to be a tourist when you're shooting photos. Like, try not to be a tourist. Try not to approach locations like a tourist. Like, oh, that's pretty. Like, try to shoot like you're shooting for a magazine. And that means looking at magazines in order to see the location choices. For me, the only issue that I have is the location choice and putting him next to this vase or architecture or whatever it is. For me, that's a little bit extra. Again, watch your framing. You're just a little bit biased too far this way. If you look at where his nose is dropping, you can see that that's just slightly that way. It's a very, very small thing, but this is a very good leap and a very good edit from that last session. This is Natalie Bennett. Natalie, this is really good. Really good. A really good level up for you from that session. Exposure. Everything is good about this picture. Everything. Let me look in a little bit closer because I'm starting to see some mistakes. What you're doing with post-production is going to hurt you, Natalie, because I'm seeing, I do not think that this is a stain on the shirt. I think that you're I'm thinking that you are making I'm thinking that you're doing post production to the shirt, and like that, looking over here and seeing this, and how it looks like you're taking a logo or something off the shirt, or you asked AI to take the logo off the shirt, because that is what the shirt is supposed to look like. You see, if I stare at a photo long enough, I'm going to see it. This is what, and look at where your post production is. Like, look, and I could tell because of the shadowing on his dreads. And I could tell because of the shadowing on his dreads over here and how that didn't make sense. And then I started to see this ghosting. And then I realized, yes, you or like auto-generated help basically did some work here on the front of his shirt. And you can see how I see where the shirt is supposed, like I basically just see it. So at this quick look, it's okay. But when you look here, Natalie, like this is just a no-go. That's like, look at what the sleeve looks like. Look at what the sleeve looks like versus what this looks like. So for me, this is the kind of detail that you like. If the guy's wearing a shirt with the thing, that's the shirt that he has. You're not going to be able to do this. This isn't going to pass. And also looking up here and seeing what you've done up here, this is also very evident. So, Natalie, the biggest tell is here. And that's that, and the shadows being lighter, and it shaped the same shape as his dreads and over here. And then that led me to this. And that's not acceptable. This is like we almost had an 11. Compositionally, like so much better, but please watch the post-production because I'm going to catch it. All right. Yeah, you kind of lost it in post there, Natalie. Like that's... All right. This is Tia Dunlop. Tia says, EOS R 50mm Tamron shot with strobe in studio, ISO 250 to the second, 7.1. This is working with compositions for a maternity shoot. Okay, so this is my first attempt at working with compositions for a maternity photo shoot. I wanted to create a look that had elements of outer space with a splash of water. Outer space and water, just off the bat, don't mix. There's no water in space. I know I still have some work to do when it comes to calm positioning, but I wanted to submit this picture to get your opinion. This is Tia Dunlop. Tia, thanks for submitting. Okay, for me, I think you're going in the wrong direction, personally. I think that, again, this is not what's happening now in current contemporary photography. Like this type of work. And again, it's also maternity. So it's a very specific, and you're only trying to please one person, which is pretty easy to do. So for me, for you, and the type of work that I'm hoping for you to be doing, like, reality is where we're trying to go. And for me, like, again, this is like, I find this a little tacky, and it's center focused, horizontal. So it just, I don't know. For me, Tia, this is like, it's such a departure from where you were going. In studio, Avedon style, one light, shadow pushed up to seamless, like, you know what I mean? Like magazine style. this is I don't know. Like I really don't think that this is something that, and again, there's people who love composites. I don't. Like, this is now making this look like AI. And the thing is that we're trying as photographers to not look like we're doing stuff generated. And how we do this is we go right back to the core of photography. So for me, like, this jumps the shark for me, Tia. Like, I don't get it. I don't like, AI is going to take your job away. And soon you probably did half of this shit with AI as it is. So it's just like you're mixing and you're diluting what it is that we do. And this is like, for me, Tia, this is a mess. I'm going to ask you, you're going to do what you do, but I'm going to ask you to stop this line of questioning completely. Stop this line of questioning, please. You can use Photoshop creatively in another way to enhance your work, but this does not come from a reference. This doesn't come from, I saw Italian Vogue and this beautiful pregnant girl and I shot a photo. This is just from your head. And for me, this is not good. This is not good to you. All right. On to the next. This is Doyle Daniels. Doyle says, another shoot from this session, deciding which I want to add to my portfolio. Z8, 780-200, 2.8, ISO 400, f11, 1/40th millimeter with a 2-light setup. All right, let's look at what Doyle Daniels has to give us. Doyle, another shot from that same edit. This is really nice, Doyle. This is really nice. I mean, I want you to be considering like just removing this distraction. Do you know what I mean? Just removing this distraction. Let me just show you. Take that away. Do this. Like, just this distraction away. Like now I'm seeing this more, and I'm seeing how it's centered within the frame, how this side kind of falls off. But that light thing right there, and just rotate this way and shoot in more this way so you can take that out. It gets really hard to take that out in post because it's kind of busy. You have to, here's another thing, just move the chair that way so you can frame this out. Do you know what I mean? And lastly, you just crop it in such a way that pulls that out. So that's your image. So for me, it's like small tweaks with you, Doyle. Like, your busy backgrounds work. But it can't be, how can I put it? It can't, here, I'm going to show you your work so you see. So busy backgrounds work. Your busy backgrounds work, but look at how disciplined that you are with them. You know what I mean? Like, so just that out for me makes such a huge difference. Let me show you another where aesthetically the background, there's nothing. I mean, we did talk about this image and cropping and stuff like that and centering. I know that you had to basically crop that radically, but like, you're very organized with your busyness, if that makes any sense. So yeah, again, you're organized with your busyness. So it's a small thing. But yeah, that, is there an edit that you can kind of show me that works that out? And, yeah, in future, just, you know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of a tweak. But Doyle, this is really dope. This is dope. It's definitely an 11. It's so strong, bro. It's so strong. Bro, the standards that I want you to have and where I'm trying to take you as a photographer it's so like way up here. And these kinds of nuances that I can talk to you like this, Doyle, because you're as good as you are. I'm now like, I'm tuning you. You know what I mean? Like you tune a race car, right? Like we tune a race car. Like you tune a guitar, right? Like it's a Stratocaster, or it's a Les Paul, or it's a Porsche GTRS. Like we tune it to get more horsepower, you know? And this is me tuning you. Really, really good swing. This is a great image. It's Doyle Daniels, everybody. Mike Morrison, good to hear you back, my guy. Mike says A7R5 70-200 Grandmaster Mark II shot at 100 millimeter, 6.3, 1/250th of a second at ISO 250. This is Mike Morrison, everybody. Mike. Wow, the blur background is really dope. I mean, in this instance, because it's like you're not quite getting him, you're not getting the whole bike on one page, and because like you're kind of crossing the ass end of this like extendo long bike into the gutter, my ask, like, listen, the pan is so dope. Like the pan that you're doing is so dope. Like I really love the lines and the composition. In this instance, for me, just shoot it center focused. You know what I mean? And I'm going to show you, because leaving that extra space behind him, like it throws off the composition of the shot for me. So I'm going to show you. For me, in this, with this frame, I'm composing this frame this way, and I'm literally trying to make it so I can't with preview, I can't really do it the same way that I want to. Like I kind of want it in here like that. Do you know what I mean? And in that case, now what I've done is I've cut out that white altogether. I've cut out this white now altogether. And you can see now I'm moving, and you just see the bike. And it's about now getting the bike framed in such a way that works. So I will just move this center frame and move this over like that. And then now that's my frame. So now I'm not so concerned about the gutter because it's a true double page spread. You know what I mean? And you can go just a little bit bigger with this, right? You can go just a little bit bigger. And then to me, that's starting to be like how I would frame that. You know what I mean? Because now it moves, it removes this upper. Let me move that back to where it's supposed to be. This, hide that. Yeah, it just moves the bike. And Mike says that he has some crops like that. Good shit. So Mike, this is a banger. You're on to something here, my guy. You're onto something. It's a good addition to your portfolio. I mean, yes, you're still taking pictures, but the way that you're composing them and how that works with the rest of your work is going to be great. Mike, also post your link to your website so I can see it. Definitely send that in community, because I was looking for your work the other day and I couldn't find it during one of my shows. This guy is Mike Morrison. Mike, this is a really strong swing, my guy. The strong swing. And you said that you have some other crops that way. Bonus. Very excited to see. That is Mike Morrison. All right. So know this. I do what you're watching right now, which is called Portfolio Lab. I do this during the week. I do this on Tuesday and on Thursday. Thursdays, I look at images that you're considering. I mean, Tuesdays. I think I said Tuesdays. Tuesdays, I look at photographs that you're considering for your portfolio. today. Thursdays, I give you an industry level assignment. Something is so tailored, and if you shoot it, it's going to be in your book. And that picture in your book is going to get you work. This week, we're talking about reflections. It's week 22. What I'm trying to do is in a 12-week period, imagine you're submitting twice per week. In 12 weeks, if you're shooting for the submissions, you could have 24 new images for your portfolio, 24 images for your book that get you work. So take it serious. And if you look at just some of the photographers that are in Portfolio Lab, I just showed you Doyle Daniels. And Doyle has been with me. I've been helping Doyle develop his work for about a year. So you can see, like, I've reviewed almost all of these photos. Daniel Van Cleef is another photographer that's in Portfolio Lab that I'm helping develop work and get to the point of full-time success with his photography. And there's so many more. All you need to do is go to thecartymethod.com/portfolio lab and sign up. Get the feedback loop that you need. Like, photographers are so lazy, and also they self-assess. They decide whether something works or not. Based on what? Based on likes on Instagram? So, this is the feedback loop from a 35-year pro that you're not going to get anywhere else. So consider joining. And oh, by the way, we only have like 50 more spots. So if you've been on the fence, like, if you don't join, you're going to lose the opportunity. It's as simple as that. I can't review everybody's photo. I have like everybody's photographs. I have 38,000 subscribers now. So I can take like 50 more, maybe. All right, this is Mats Carlson. Practicing outdoor artificial light on my favorite model. If this goes in my portfolio, I'll have to remove some older photos featuring this model. Feedback much appreciated. R6, 100 millimeter, 2.8 macro, ISO 100, f5, 1/25th of a second, shot with a Godox 80-1200 strobe. This is Mats Carlson. Mats, I like the feel of this. I'm not 100% married to the pose because she's wearing a jacket and it's a trench. Like, she has an outfit. So because she has an outfit, she shouldn't be crouching. She should be standing. She should be long. And also, it's windy. So let the jacket blow in the wind. Her hair is up. I talk much about hair and shooting hair down. If her hair is down, then her hair is blowing in the wind. She's wearing a Burberry jacket. Okay? She's wearing a Burberry jacket. How do I know that? Because I know. She's wearing a Burberry jacket. Should I show you the button and show you the Burberry on the button? She's wearing a Burberry jacket because only Burberry jackets have that liner. Okay? Which means she's wearing a very high fashion jacket and you're hiding it because she's crouching. And she's also wearing an outfit that matches from her shoes to her sweater to the jacket to her pants. So for those reasons, don't hide the outfit. She should be standing. And also, she's in a very picturesque, beautiful location. If she's standing now, also, I want you to see the shadow line on the ground. I mean, sometimes that's hard to avoid, but if we blend the exposure with our studio strobe and our outdoor a little bit closer, it starts. And again, this works with hard light, but it's a cloudy day. So it's a cloudy day, which means hard light isn't believable on a cloudy day. Soft light is believable. So in this instance, because it's cloudy and not a pin blue sky where we would have direct sun, this light in this context is kind of unbelievable. So how we fix it is by using soft light and by blending the studio light and the outdoor light just like a little bit more so it feels a bit more realistic. Just to show you an example, I'll show you something that I shot with outdoor strobe. I mean, this is outdoor strobe. I'm not really trying to make this look like natural existing light, but I will show you some that I am, like where this, it's a clear blue sky. So the artificial light and the hard artificial light doesn't make, it doesn't throw you. This is another one. I'm lighting outside. The way that where I placed her, you don't really realize that I'm doing artificial light here. You don't really see it because of the tricks. Another artificial light outside. You don't really notice that I'm shooting artificial light because the direction of where it's coming from is coming from the same direction that the sun's coming from, and you can see the hard shadow down here. So that's the one thing here, Mats, that I want you to be thinking about is the conditions of the day. We have to light to kind of match the conditions of the day so it feels a little bit more seamless and integrated. But a really good swing. I want to see you do more of this, okay? I want to see you do more of this, my guy. That's Mats Carlson. 12Y. I've been doing this longer than maybe you've been alive, my guy. I started shooting pictures when I was 14. I'm 54. So I've been making pictures for 40 years. I've been a professional for 35 of them. And my foundation years were in high school. Like what many people who watch me are figuring out now, I was figuring out when I was a teenager. And I had photography school, and I was doing film and processing and developing and printing and shooting models, which I started shooting models when I was 17. So, yeah, I got published for the first time when I was 19. It was like a picture that was like this big. I'm 54, my guy, John. Yeah, my first published picture was like 2 inches by 2 inches. It was an ad, but 3 years later, I was shooting magazine covers. So, anyways, yeah, and I got my first studio, went to the best photography school in the country, dropped out, got a studio, and blah, blah, blah. That was in 1990. All right, guys, Mats Carlson, a very good swing for you, Matt. Mats, I'm giving you an 11 on this picture because what you're doing here. I'm giving you an 11 because you are pushing your boundaries, okay? You're pushing your boundaries, and because you're pushing your boundaries, it's a level up for me. So it's a level up for you, and that's why I'm giving you an 11. Now, much like I said to Doyle, you're a race car, my guy. You're literally a Formula One car. You're a creative. You need constant maintenance and constant tweaking and constant refining and constant tuning. Like, we're race cars, bro. Race cars. Formula One cars. So that's what I'm teaching you to be. Not just because you have a camera. There's lots of cars driving around the street. Like, everybody has one of these. You know, everybody has one of these and fancies themselves a photographer. So you, the one that's watching, if you want to make money at this, you have to be ridiculous. You got to be at such a level, and the kind of money that I'm trying to make, which is, and I mean the kind of money that I make, which is like 6 figures consistently for decades. Yeah, full-time money. All right, Mats Carlson. This is Samuel Salling. Fresh office building. Some units are still free in case you want to rent something right here. With a leftover from the reflectors, a leftover from the reflections assignment. Sony A7 IV 16 to 35, 2.8 at 16. ISO 100, 5.6, 1/80th of a second. This is shot sunlight close to golden hour. And this is Samuel Salling. Samuel, this is a yes, bro. Let me look at how this lays on 2 pages. Yeah, this is a yes. This is a yes. I just want you to watch, like this sidewalk stuff is super important. And like this pathway, to me, this is too important to be so dropped and tucked down in the corner. This pathway and like the wayfinding and stuff. I mean, So what I would want you to do is I'd want you to drop this picture down, because this image can end right here. This image can end right here with no consequence, right? Pretty easily. It could also end right here with no consequence, right? Like you could cut that distance between like where the top of the building is and where the sky is ending. You can cut that in half. And what you could do then is now push this image down and give me more of pedestrian pathway and how people move around and interact with this building. That's going to make the Nike store more noticeable, in the Primark, and the address and the streets. And this tunnel is so interesting. I want to know more about this tunnel. Is that like a tramway? And what are these? Are these like, so I want you to give me just a little bit more of this frame. And I want another inch below, perhaps. Also, this space right here, I know this is where the building ends, and you do have a balanced space here. But perhaps you have, but there's also an extension on this building, and there's also another building behind that we're not really wanting to see. Maybe we're not really wanting to see. So can we pull backwards just a bit and show just a little bit more? Perhaps drop this bend like even in the center here, if that works, or a little bit in between. Like just compositionally, there's a couple of different things here, Samuel, that it's mostly the ground, but this is a sick picture. I can imagine this picture moving with the sky, the clouds passing like here, because you're on a tripod on video and you're doing time lapse. And also you go from day to night. So then you see the building like illuminate, and you see people blurred walking through, and the store lights and the lights like I would love to see a time lapse of this building. That is another idea that you can be incorporating into your architectural photography. This is an 11, but I need another swing, if that makes any sense. I need another swing from you. Okay? I need another swing, and I could see the clouds moving. All right, guys, as promised, tell me how many likes we have right now. There's 36 people watching. I don't know why there's not so many more. Like, I'm moderately amusing. How many likes do we have, Courtney? How many likes we got on my stream right here? Have you hit the like button, by the way? If we get 30 likes, I'm going to gift 5 memberships to this channel. Do me the bly. Get me to 30 likes. How many likes are we at right now? Can you help me, somebody? All right. We're at Courtney. 14. Guys, I will gift 5 memberships if you hit the like button. It's super easy. Hit the like button so John Laurie can maybe get gifted a membership. Hit the like button so some of these non-members in my chat here can perhaps have the opportunity, like Gatwetch. Like maybe he can have an opportunity to get a membership, like William, who I'm surprised isn't a member already. Yeah. All right, guys, that was Samuel Salling. We are getting to the end of the show, guys. There's 5 photos to go. So, I'm not trying to press, but hey, hit the like button for me. And I need one of you to report back when we get to 30. If we get to 30. And I mean, if we don't, it is what it is. Mario, not Luigi, hit the like button. This is Frank Tom. So Frank says more assignment catch up. Here's one for the Nation black and white assignment. By the way, Frank Tom, the photographer we're about to watch or look at, he did the entire Carty method system and is now in ProLab and getting the support that he needs. By the way, if you need the kind of support that I give photographers, ProLab means 2 Zoom calls per week, photo reviews. Like ProLab includes Portfolio Lab. Like you got to just go to thecartymethod.com/ProLab and see if you qualify. You got to be a pro shooter, working pro full-time for 3 years or more. So I know not a lot of my audience are that. If you're not there yet, you got to think about my accelerator. My accelerator starts, I mean, we're taking applications right now. The applications are due on Saturday, and the application is phase 0. All you need to do, and in matter of fact, if you want to apply, I'll give you phase 0 for free. I'll give you phase 0 for free. All you need to do, go to thecartymethod.com/accelerator. Watch the info session. Give me your email address. I'll email you the info session. Watch that. I'll give you an offer code for phase 0, 100% off phase 0. And you do phase 0 and get it into me before Saturday. That is how you apply to my accelerator. My accelerator people are my, like, I don't want to say my favorites, but let's just say I overextend myself to take care of them. Hey, we hit 30 likes that quick. There you go. Thank you, everybody. All right. Well, there's some people who are just tuned in. I appreciate you. This is what I'm going to do for you for doing that for me. I'm going to gift 5 memberships. Boom. Just like that. I've done it. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and let's see who got gifted. Mike Graves, you got gifted a membership from me. A Lens Above, Chess. Damien Coppage, that's you. You got gifted. Cinematic Bird, you got gifted a membership. Jesus Ugueto, you got gifted a membership. And CJ, you got gifted a membership. Daniel Van Cleef, thanks for tuning in, my guy. Just showed your website. All right, guys, thank you for hitting the like button. It should be standard when you guys tune in. And Mario says, I need to submit. I've been watching for 2 months now and already see the difference. And you're watching me review other people's. Imagine this. You're speeding up because you're watching me and you found me. Once I'm actually directly looking at your work, you speed up like this. It's like a hockey stick. It goes up like that. So it just depends on how much time you have. The most non-renewable resource that there is, time. Like, it just depends on how much time you have. If you're like this, like one day I'm gonna be a photographer, cool. If you're like, no, I need this to happen, then like self-assessing is not the way to do it. It's not the way to do it. Just watching YouTube and picking up stuff, it's not the way to do it. I don't give away my best stuff on YouTube. My guy, I don't give away my best stuff on YouTube. And by the way, guys, you can spam your favorite emotes now that you're a Carte Method member. You can spam your favorite emotes because I got the best photo emotes on YouTube. Show me your favorite emojis. If you're a Canon gang, Sony gang, Fuji gang, Nikon gang, yeah, I don't discriminate. All right, so this is Frank Tom. So R5 70 to 200, ISO 800, 1/2000th of a second, shot at 2.8. This is Frank Tom. Frank, let's get it on. Frank, this has a place. I love the treatment. I love the lens choice. I mean, this is like an in-between moment. What I want you to watch is that you're not making photographs feel like snapshots by like not editorializing them. Imagine this gentleman, he's not holding the flowers in his left hand, or maybe he is, but his arms are crossed, so they're just like here. You know what I mean? And he's not smiling, which is what we do when someone takes our photo. He's just looking like an athlete. So there's a couple of expression things, and just, it looks like you just caught him. Do you know what I mean? But then you're giving it such a photography treatment. You know what I mean? Beautiful depth of field, shallow depth of field, and blah, blah, blah. He's in dappled light, but you made sure that you didn't get any of the dappling on his face like you have here on his arm and on his chest, because that makes it really hard to expose. He's a little offset. You can see he's a little too close to this edge because you're trying to keep the flowers are really important. For me, it's just like, this man in this set, just get him to put down his stuff and make photos with him. Like, you have all of the elements here, Frank, but again, I'll show you your photos. I'll show you back your photography. Okay? And Frank, your stuff is lethal. And there's not much of this kind of a feeling in the face. There's not much of this because, like, you have this, and you have this. So for me, and you have this, which is essentially editorializing, like editorializing photography, right? Like you're editorializing it. So because you're so good at editorializing it, like, this is exceptional. Like, for me, this isn't quite there. It's just not. And again, this isn't a diss. This is in comparison to who you already are. This is in comparison to who you already are. So, does this fit? It could, but it's not editorialized enough. It's a little snapshotty, and that's not the way that you shoot, Frank. That is not the way that you shoot. You're way more deliberate, my friend. And I'm going to show you how deliberate you are. You're way more deliberate with the way that you shoot. So because of that, what I need from him is this pose in that exact location. There's nothing wrong with you repeating poses if they work. Repeat crops if they work. This is the thing. This is why Sunday's episode was so important. Like, we're trying to find our rules, right? We're trying to find our rules, the way that we do things, the way that we do. So because of that, Frank, like, does this follow your rules? The answer is no. Absolutely no. Because looking at your rules, this is what the shot would be if we were following your rules. Or he would be doing something. He would be doing something. Or it's editorialized. So Frank, for me, like, this is close. And again, it's technically perfect, bro. Technically, yes. But the direction, the subject direction part of your rules, you didn't apply here, which you have in other cases. So for that reason, this doesn't get the privilege of being in your portfolio. I hope that helps you. All right. So this is Frank Tom. All right. You guys amped up? As amped up as I am? Listen. What do I say? Like, the thing that I'm doing here is, like, I'm just so happy about what I'm doing here. It's dope. And many of you might be feeling you're not going hard enough. Calligraphy just said, I'm not going hard enough. And Calligraphy also said, Frank just made me want to delete my whole portfolio. And I want to show you Calligraphy. And I want to show you Calligraphy's work. And this is a guy, and this is a thing that's so important when it comes to the type of people who watch me. Everybody who watches me is striving. They are striving for something. They are trying to get someplace. And this is Calligraphy's portfolio. And he's like, after looking at Frank's portfolio, it makes me not want to look at my own. And that's the type of work that we have to look at. The only type of work that's worthy of our eyes is work that makes you want to quit. It's the only photography worth looking at. It's photography that makes you go like, whoa. And look at my past assistants. Like, look at Corey Vanderplu. Look at Wade Hudson. Like, Corey Vanderplu was my assistant for 2 years. This guy is an assassin. An assassin. The Weeknd, Corey's an assassin. He's so, and Corey went on to assist Platon after me. And we're the only two photographers he ever assisted. And this is the career that he's built for himself. Wade Hudson. Wade came to me, Jamaican man, Jamaica, came to me at 17 years old, straight off from yard. Came to Canada, came to Toronto, heard that I was the guy. If he wanted to become a photographer, you got to see Steve Carty. And this is Wade Hudson. This is Wade Hudson now, like 12, 15 years later, full-time photographer. Like, look at Wade Hudson. So, I mean, look at Wade Hudson. You know, this is another one of my past assistants. They don't stop. Jesse Milnes wanted to do exactly what I do, which is shoot editorial portraits. He was my assistant for 2 years. This is Jesse Milnes now shooting Howie Mandel and like all of these celebrities, shooting DJ Khaled and Mitch Marner. And like this is Jesse. Past people who I've coached to becoming full-time professional photographers. I'm a crazy person. I'll just say it. Like, I'm obsessed about seeing other people succeed. I want to succeed too, but I want to see you succeed as well. I want to see you succeed. And the only way that I can help you succeed is if you sign up for what I'm doing here. Like $50 a month, $50, like go to dinner Friday and hang out with your boys, or do this. What brings you more value? Seriously. If you can't scrape together $47 to do this, it's something that's going to unlock you making money. Nobody can help you. Not just me. Nobody can help you because you're trapped with a nickel holding up $1. You're worried about a nickel, but you're not seeing that that nickel equals millions of dollars. So a little bit of inspiration as to why you should join Portfolio Lab. All right. Our next photographer is Calligraphy. Calligraphy says, Nikon Z8, 85mm, ISO 800, shot at 2.8 at 1/100th of a second. This is Calligraphy. Calligraphy, thanks for submitting. The light is a little different than what you do normally. And it's a little overexposed. So the exposure for me, this is about 20% over. The light placement, if this is your subject and this is your camera position, your light placement seems to be just a touch off camera. But the height, if we're now looking at this is you and this, I mean, this is your subject and this is your camera and you now shooting here, your light should be higher. It should read way higher. And right now your light feels quite low. And I can tell here by where the catch lights are, which is making this look really flat. And like looking at the rest of your work, and looking at the way that you use shadow and shape and the way that you like when you like this light and this feeling and looking here, to me, this isn't your light. And this feeling. And this feeling. So for me, this isn't the light. And it's also a snapshot. It's a snapshot because she's like, smile, taking a picture's being taken. Where is that in the rest of your work, bro? Look at this. Like, editorial. Like, where is that in the rest of your work? Editorial. 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 Like, so for me, head angle too high. She's pulling her chin back. Like, this isn't it, calligraphy. This isn't like it feels not at the level that you need it to be in order to move your needle. It's too snapshot. You let her do what she wanted to do and you took her picture. She's pulling her head back. You can see that she's pulling her head back. So all of those direction things and getting her into like a portrait, we didn't do. Yeah, that's not it. It's not it, calligraphy. This can't go in your book. I need you. I know the gray background, like you're building like a consistency, but like I need more. And I really want you to watch my episode on Sunday about rules. Watch it again. And I know you were there live. Watch it again. Take that in, because the things that I talked about on Sunday, it's so important to lock in how you do what you do. How. The way that you shoot in the studio, the way that you light, the way that you direct, how far you stand, what lenses you use. Like, though, you have to create a rule set. If you don't create a rule set, all of your pictures just look like different photographers. So, Courtney, don't beat yourself up, my guy. You're hella consistent. Courtney, you're hella consistent. Just show me something on Thursday. All right. That was calligraphy. This is Sean Thomas. Sean says, blessings to both you and Carty, Carty, and the entire Carty crew. Thank you for everything. Only the second Ferrari that I've had privilege to photograph. I'm trying to include people. EOS R 65mm 24-70 2.8 ISO 320 1/100th of a second at 6.3 shot natural light. This is Sean Thomas. Sean, you editorialized it. Sean, thank you for swinging so high. I kind of want a lower perspective on the car. Just your stance. This Ferrari's so low. I want like a lower stance so I can get a little bit of a sense as to the distance of this car off the ground. You can see this suspension in this car is kind of a little tweaked because of the way that it's sitting. Why would this not let me go? Oh, this is why. You can see the way that this car is sitting. It's not sitting quite even. It feels like when you see it here. I mean, it might just be the shadow. It might be the shadow or the way that the spoiler is connected, but it looks like the ride height on this side and on this side is a little different. But either way, Sean, you got to lower yourself. Also, watch this horizon of this like poorly painted wood kind of coming around there. In this case, I would have considered like moving the car so it comes in this way. So the car drops in this way and then you shoot that way, because then you have like these barriers, because the car is now dropping in here, and then you have the barriers kind of coming out that way, and then you're shooting that way. I would like to see a little bit more of this car, just because it is such a unique, like, Magnum PI era Ferrari. Really good styling on the driver, on the owner. And I do really like where you put this car, Sean. This is a yes for me. I'm kind of beating you up because I know the level of work that you can do. I have to be hard on you. I have to be. Just looking at your work and seeing how this fits with the rest of your collection. By the way, me showing the photographers' portfolios, you understand that the people who are in Portfolio Lab, this is part of this. They're going through the whole process of developing their work, developing their website. This is why now I can look at a photographer and then I can show you their website and I can show them their website and see how the work that they're submitting to me fits with the work that they have. So this is why a website is so important, because I can do this and I can ask Sean. I can say, Sean, what you gave me is an alternative to one of your photos, which is this photo, which is this guy walking off. Like, you don't have a lot of cars with people. You only have this single image. So in order to have a completely well-rounded portfolio, lifestyle attached to cars needs to be your next category. It needs to be the next thing that we add here. And this is close. This is very close and fits in. You have 0 cars that do not belong to the Volkswagen group of companies. All of your cars belong to the Volkswagen group of companies, except for none. Except for none. So you've actually none, like, this actually doesn't even fit. This doesn't even fit. This is all just Volkswagen group of companies. So what that says is, in order for you to incorporate Ferrari into your portfolio, you need to start shooting other and maybe bringing back some of these other brands. Does that dilute your portfolio? Don't encourage people watch an 8-hour live stream of me. I once did a live stream. I was in the studio for 8 hours and I streamed the entire thing. I literally streamed the entire thing. So you got to see everything, which is dope, but not being there live and watching it after the fact, that's insanity. But people do it. People have done it. So, and yeah, I pulled it. Because, yeah, there's too much unedited time. There's too much time that it's just, yeah, anyways. Sean Thomas, you know the reason that it can't go in your book yet? You need to shoot more of this at a level that you can. That it fits within your visual sensibility. It fits within your signature. And then consider having a category that's called Volkswagen Group, and then have another, like, I don't know how you would name them, but there's room for another category where you can put all the non-Volkswagen group of companies cars, yeah? Which means the Ferraris and the BMWs and stuff like that. Very good swing, Sean Thomas. I'm giving you an 11 for that one. Yes, 11. This is Mr. Joseph Baldwin. Joseph says, Seeking feedback on a lighting execution. First time using a 3-light setup. EOS R 50mm 1.8, shutter a 60th of a second, f9, ISO 200, top edge fill. This is Joseph Baldwin. JB, this, like, yes, but like the top light, that top light, like, I don't think we need that, because it's then putting a weird shadow on his nose, which you could just achieve with front light. This rim light that's coming in back here, this is fine. So for me, I would do it with a 2-light setup. So if this is him, and this is you, camera position, we have one light that is here. You see what I'm saying? Because this is coming in from, I can see your catch light, like it's coming in from central, but not here. It's coming in from offset just a little bit. And then your secondary light is coming in from back here, right? Which means we have 2 lights coming in from that one side. So this is what we do. The alternative is we mirror our lights. So I would bring this light further. I'd bring this light further this way to give, because his nose is here, which gives us now like a little bit of that nose shadow starts to come down here and drops here. So move that light that way, because this is too frontal. It's too flattering for a dude. We need to give him a little bit more drama. And then offset, because we're seeing a field of view, so we're going to see, like, we're going to end here as far as what we can see from the camera, and then offset here, you mirror that light with another light, and he's in the center. So back now, this rim that's coming in here comes over the other shoulder. This now comes over this shoulder. On the side, that's the shadow side, because you can see you have a little bit of shadow here. But if you kicked your light that way more, then now essentially he's here. You have one light here, and then you have the secondary light here, and you're shooting in here, and that secondary light is outside of your field of view. Or this can be a reflector, but that then gives you that on the opposite side of where that light is. The problem is that you have highlight coming in on the same side as your light. That highlight comes in on this side. You follow me? And then this hair light, we don't need that. Don't do this. Don't do the top down light. You're going to do a 3-light setup. It looks like this. You bring Rembrandt in from the front, and then you mirror that Rembrandt back here with a rim, and then you have another one over here giving that rim, and then you shoot from here. So then you have rim on that shoulder, and then light from that direction. So if you are going to only use 2 lights, it's this one and this one. If you're doing a 3rd light, it goes here. That becomes the 3rd light. Or you can use that 3rd light to push in light on the background. So that 3rd light, which would be here, that 3rd light, you put it behind him and put like a glow or something like that. Or you don't need it. You don't always need to use 3 lights just because you have it. Compositionally strong as a cover, JB. Compositionally strong as an 8x10. He's wearing the Carty Crew merch. Appreciate that. And also, it's definitely a picture that he can use in his professional communication. He can use this on LinkedIn. He can use this on his website. He can use this on Instagram. Also, where's your lens hood, bro? Where's your lens hood? We use lens hoods on the front of our cameras. This is Joseph Baldwin shooting Lamont DeSalle. Joseph, good swing, my guy. Good swing. Just the hair light, use sparingly. Use sparingly. Sparingly. I feel like it adds a cheddar factor that we got to be very wary of. And our last photo of the day is Liza Haidar. This is a portrait of Irina, D850, 85 millimeter, ISO 100, f11, 1/200 of a second, shot with a Profoto light system. This is Liza Hyder, and this is fire, Liza. I want to scream. I want to scream. This is so good. Liza, this is so good. This is so good. This is so good. This is so good. Hands, I want to see a little bit more of a hand. So can it be cropped in such a way that we can see more of the hand? Can you bring that second hand in so her arms are kind of crossed in here a little bit? Her hands kind of here-ish. You know what I mean? Like, these are things that, like, really for me are the nuance that take this to the next level. But know this, Liza, you killed this frame. I want to show you the crop when we go to Instagram. The crop is kind of a little bit more like that. So you can see we do lose quite a bit of her hands altogether. But Liza, oh my word, what a lovely capture. Like the skin, the retouching, like this is so you, and this is you elevated. Like holy moly. Yes, Liza. Yes. Holy shit. Liza, you just, what you did for you is you raised your own bar. And here, let me show you the rest of Liza's work so you guys have a sense as to who we're looking at. This is Liza Hyder. And Liza, oh my word. Like, we are going to have to be doing some editing. And I'm going to ask you to put this picture here for me. Okay. I'm going to ask you to put this picture of the water here for me. Switch these two and switch this one and this one. Oh my goodness, Liza, this is really good. Really good. And again, I've been helping Liza develop for the last, I would say, like over half a year, like almost a year now. Liza, oh my word. Liza. This has to come out. This has to come out because it's not the color treatment of the rest of your work. It's not how you shoot. Look at the difference in color treatment between this, and this. Like, take this picture out. Please, Liza, take this picture out of your portfolio. It doesn't need to be there. Yeah, Liza, really good. Also, this one you can take out of your portfolio because the retouching is not there. The retouching is not there. This is not it. Please take this one out of your book as well. This is, you have stuff that's so much better. It's offset, it's center focus horizontal. Just take that off your portfolio, please. Yeah, Liza, it's just this one. This needs to go. And, yeah. Also this, because I think the retouching here, it's the same thing. Like, take that out. I'm definitely spotting as like, you don't need weak pictures in your book. Take this out or completely and reprocess that and make it more neutral as to like what the rest of skin tone is looking like in this day and age. And everything else pretty much looks spot on. Yes, I would consider having this retouched. I would send this and have this redone because I don't think that this is one of your older pictures that is like before you establish this new look. not sure if Suhail retouched this again or retouched this one, but this is now what I'm looking at. And this might not be able to make it, although it's a beautiful picture of her. I just think that you need to send it out and have it retouched again, because this is what it's competing with now. This is what it's competing with now. Like, it's competing with this. So because of that, Liza, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Mortal Films, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. You're only as strong as your weakest link. Okay? So, yeah, Liza, really, 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 really good. And this portfolio is starting to really, really hit. Take my advice. Just do those small little tweaks for me. But yeah. Great job. Guys, Liza Hyder. Well done, Liza. Very well done. Fantastic image. Guys, that was the last photo of the day. All right. So, are you guys ready to transform your portfolios like the photographers that you just saw? As I said earlier, I can only accept like 50 more photographers into Portfolio Lab. After that, I got to reassess. Like, you want to be on the inside so I can be obsessed over you the way that I obsess over the photographers that are inside this program. All right. So get your ass in here before someone else takes your place. And of course, speaking of limited access, my professional accelerator, been taking applications all week. Keep in mind, the accelerator, we are starting June 22nd, but it depends on you, which means you got to get your application in. The application is phase 0. I will give you the application for free. All you need to do is watch the info session that is in the Carte Method, thecartemethod.com/accelerator. Give me your email address. I'll email you the info session to watch. Watch that. There's an offer code in there. You get phase 0 for free. Do phase 0 and hand it in before Saturday midnight so we can get you into this next round. You have to prove to me that you can do work. Prove to me that you can do this type of deep work. This is the type of deep work that careers are built on, that $100,000 a year happens on. If you're not willing to do that work, I don't want your money because I can't help you. So it's as simple as that. But if you are willing to do that work and you do need this help, it's clear to you that you need this help and you need structure. You need to know what you should be doing day to day, week to week, month to month in order to reach your goals. My professional accelerator is the way. It's the 18-week ultimate camera to cash flow challenge. Your camera, cash flow. I literally... I have a $40,000 quote in right now. And not only did the client say yes, that we're doing it, but he has to pitch this to a board. He's pitching not the 3 months of work that I pitched to him for 40,000. He's pitching 12 months. So that times 4. So 40,000 times 4. That's the work that he's pitched. That's the money that he's trying to get to me because he wants the things that I have, which is this, my talent. So, and my ideas. So let me rephrase that and say I have a $160,000 quote out. It will be the biggest job I've ever done in my life. But, you know what I mean? So you don't get there by not doing high level work. And yeah, also, just to remind you, I do this as a service. And the reason that I'm able to be here on a Tuesday in the middle of the afternoon and like having a conversation with you is because I'm a full-time photographer first. That's what I do. That makes money. That's the moneymaker. YouTube. If I was only making the money that my YouTube channel makes, I'd jump off a bridge. Like, seriously. So, I'm not a YouTuber. This is not my full-time thing. This is a courtesy. And I do it for you for free. If you're watching, not a member, you're not a subscriber, or maybe you're a subscriber, but you're just getting free information from me, this is my public service. So it is Tuesday. As promised on Tuesdays, I'll give you your photos of the week. Yes, let's do that first before we wrap this up. Let's start with photos of the week. Okay, locking it in. All right, photos of the week, starting with Mr. Kyle Kiono. Kyle, this is a very good swing for you, Kyle. I think that Sunday's episode affected you greatly. I see you trying something. Now, what you need to do, hone this, rinse this, and repeat it. Repeat it until I have like the kind of work that I showed you of Martin Scholler, where it's like, it just all looks like shot from the same photographer, from the same perspective. Okay, great photo of the week win from Kyle Kiono. Well done, Kyle. Smoke. Applause. Kyle. That is photo of the week win numero un. Now, I stopped on this photo for a reason. I'm gathering. It's because I need to give this some accolades. This photographer really worked this photo. This is Mr. Malik Brand. Photo of the week, Malik. Well done. Again, you listen. You made every single change that I said that you should make, and you see how it holds up. Well done. That's Malik Brand. All right. Well done, Malik. This photo, I'm giving love to, although there's a huge mistake in this photo. You know it. Ladies and gentlemen, photo of the week from, this is Natalie Bennett. Natalie Bennett. Remember, you can't do the thing that you do. I'm not going to repoint it out, but yeah, I'm going to catch it. Natalie Bennett. Photos of the week. Photos of the week. Photos of the week. Going to Mr. Doyle Daniels for this incredibly captivating portrait of a man who has just had brain surgery. Doyle Daniels. Insane Doyle. Crazy. Photo of the week. I'm going to give it to you. Photo of the week goes to Mike Morrison. Mike, glad you're back. Thanks for submitting. Great image. Mike Morrison. Photo of the week. This is really you making pictures in a situation where you take them. It's very difficult to do. Very well done. There's another photo of the week. This photo you will be reshooting, but still it's a beginning of something for you. This is Mats Carlson. Mats. As I've said, you will be reshooting this, but this is, I want to see the same outfit. I just want to see standing. I want to see softbox, and I want you to see really merge existing light with studio strobe. Show me how you do it. This is Mats Carlson. That is a photo of the week. Well done, Mats. Next. Yes. Mr. Samuel Salling. Samuel. That's a photo of the week. Again, we mentioned how we can feel the clouds moving. Like, I swear, I see the clouds moving in this picture. It's like an optical illusion. I see the clouds moving. If you stare at this, you can see the clouds moving. This is a magic photo. Please go make it again with my insights. This is Samuel Salling. Well done, Samuel. Samuel Salling. All right. So close. So close. A photo of the week from a photographer that I have not had a photo of the week from for too long. This is Mr. Sean Thomas. Sean, with this Ferrari. Very, very well done. Well shot. Dope image. Dope car. Sean Thomas. Of course, I have a couple more photos of the week. This next shooter, Mr. Joseph Baldwin. Joseph, let's get it on. Joseph, you're leveling up. You're trying something new. I'm really looking forward to how you work this light in the studio. I'm going to turn you into an assassin. Trust me. Well done. Well done. That is Joseph Baldwin. And our final photo of the week, people, goes to Miss Liza Hyder. Well done, Liza. Just absolute smoke show. So absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And Liza, you are this week's one and only Best in Show. Congratulations, Liza. Very, very, very well done. This is a new Liza. And the thing is I want this to be one of your signature pictures. I want this to be a picture that you make of everybody that comes into your studio. Like, this is a picture that I want you to make of everybody that comes into your studio. And I also want to see the eye contact version. I want to see the head straight on, the eye contact version of this picture. So this Best in Show, Liza Hyder. Congratulations, Liza. Well done. All right. So now on to me giving you a preview of next week's assignment. Next week's assignment is the minimalist image. The minimalist image. For week 23, I want you to create a vertical image that uses clean lines, negative space, and a limited color palette. Limited color palette to create and express the power of simplicity. Okay? If you shoot people, capture a portrait with a plain background, minimal styling. If you shoot places, focus on a single architectural or a single natural element. And if you shoot things, isolate a product or object against a simple background. This is a vertical image, single page. This is why this matters. A minimalist image cuts through visual noise, okay? And it showcases your ability to communicate with clarity and restraint, which is an essential skill for high-end editorial and commercial work. People throw everything in their picture, including the kitchen sink. Oh, put that in there, and put this next to it, and put this in here, and like, remove everything. I don't want to see anything in your photos. This is minimalism at its finest, okay? I want you to execute the perfect minimalist image. And what would that look like for you from your perspective? What would a minimalist image look like from you? From me, it could look like this. This could be an incredibly minimalistic image from me. It could be so simple. It could be this, although this isn't a vertical. It could be this, a minimalist image. But you can also use scale. You could also be using scale. You could show your subject small within the frame. Like, these forms of simplicity that I give you within these assignments are also oftentimes elements that are proven to work. They're oftentimes elements that are proven to work. Minimalism. Nothing in your picture except for the thing that is your subject. I live on minimalism. This is my wheelhouse. Minimalism is what I do. This is my wheelhouse. Minimalism. So this is next week's assignment. Week 23, a minimalist image, vertical. So, excited about doing a minimalist image? I'm excited about seeing your minimalist images. And of course, this week, Thursday, I am looking at your reflections images. They should be horizontal. They're due tomorrow at midnight. And again, horizontal means biased left or right. Be very aware of the gutter. These are the composition rules that so many photographers miss, but you need to know how to shoot a double page spread. So I continually will give you assignments and ask you to shoot them horizontal so you lock in how to cut your frame in half, how to compose it as one page and then the other page with this half gutter. One page and then the other page. And nothing important should be on the gutter. This is how we shoot double pages, and every magazine needs to know before they hire you that you can shoot a double page spread. And if you can't, then that means your pictures will only ever be half pages. So, and also, you see how I flip between horizontal, vertical. Like, it's so important for you to also know when to shoot vertical, when to shoot horizontal, when and why. So, final use is what's always in our head. Like, what is this for? Where will it go? So this is why we shoot vertical or horizontal. Guys, I hope that brought you value. Really great show today. I really enjoyed looking at this work. The only thing that I'll say back to all of you is I want more of it. There should be no reason why on a Tuesday, when I'm open to looking at any of the work that you've shot over the last 3 to 6 months, I'm open to looking at it. There should be no reason why only 14 of you are submitting. So if you're paying me to look at your work, use that feature. Use that. If you're paying to be part of Portfolio Lab, come to the Zoom calls on Thursday. The Zoom calls on Thursday are the highlights of my week. It is the best time. It is the most informative. Your brain, like, this is why people log in. People log in to my Zoom like half an hour before it starts because they don't want to miss anything. You know what I mean? Like, they're logging in early. So make sure you come to my Zoom calls if you're registered for Portfolio Lab. And if you are not registered for Portfolio Lab, if you want to think about coaching and how I charge $300 an hour for one-on-one time with me, you can get group coaching for $47 a month, and it happens 4 times. That's insane. You're not going to find better value for that anywhere. So, guys, I hope to see you in Portfolio Lab in the workshop on Thursday. I hope to get your application for my accelerator, which all you need to do, go to thecartymethod.com/accelerator. All the information that you need to apply is there. We're taking applications on Saturday. That's 4 days away. I hope yours is in there. One love.
This live stream was brought to you by Pixpa, the best website builder for photographers and creatives, and Indie, the best way to run your freelance business, and by you, the members and subscribers of the Carty Method. Consider becoming a member for $5 a month to show your support for our content, and we'll reward you. You get members-only content every month, and Carty has the best emojis on YouTube, and you'll get that crown badge next to your name. If you're building your photography business, make sure you join Portfolio Lab. How ready are you to be a pro? Take the Carty Method Pro Photographer's Readiness Scorecard. You'll always find helpful links in the show notes. Sharing is caring. If this content has brought you value today, share it, clip it, post it to your socials. Curating and sharing helpful content makes you an expert. Even if the content you're sharing isn't yours, be a curator and share this content with your network. Find your creative and business genius with the Carty Method.